Ciao a tutti! Today we're going to make tortellini filling. This is known as Italian kitchen with Roz Carreri. Andiamo a cucina. Let's get to the kitchen. Let's gather our ingredients. Start with a pound of ground veal, finely grated Parmigiano Reggiano, finely grated Pecorino Romano, breadcrumbs, finely chopped prosciutto, and finely chopped mortadella, 1 jumbo egg, and not pictured here also some ground nutmeg. So the first thing that you want to do is grind up your cheeses. Make sure that they are finely chopped up in the food processor. You don't want your filling to be chunky. You want it to be smooth. Now grind up your prosciutto. You'll see at the end what it is supposed to look like. You won't want it to be mushy, so you don't want to process it too much. But again, you don't want it to be chunky either. So wait till the photo and you'll see what the consistency is supposed to look like. Can you see? This is what it's supposed to look like. Okay, now you do the same thing with your mortadella. Put it in little chunks in the food processor so that it doesn't get jammed up. Again, pulse, pulse, pulse. You don't want to go too far. You do not want to make this mush. You want it to look just like the prosciutto, just like this. Now, let's heat up our stove, and you're going to now brown your ground veal. Now, when you put it in, it's going to be this great big piece. So you take your spatula, and you begin to just chop down and separate it. Now, as it browns, it becomes easier to chop it up. So keep doing this throughout the process, and on a low to medium heat, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes. You can see I've got it started, broken down, and now as it cooks and browns, you flip it over, and then you continue with your spatula to chop it down. Flip over, brown it, chop it down. Again, this takes about 10 to 15 minutes on a medium-low heat. So just have some patience, get a glass of wine, and enjoy the process. Hey, how are you doing today? Where are you from? Let me know in a comment. You want this to be entirely tan, beige, but not dark brown. Continue to smash it down with your spatula and separate those chunks into smaller bits. It's starting to brown. There's not very much pink left. Continue to cook. Slow, slow, slow. You don't want this to burn. You want your veal to be done. You don't want this to be raw. Perfect. Perfetto. Now you want to drain off the grease, and then you want to add it to a very large mixing bowl. Make sure that you allow the veal to cool off because you don't want your raw egg to cook. Now add your prosciutto, and then add your mortadella. Add some salt, add a little bit of pepper. There goes your nutmeg. Don't forget that nutmeg. And now add your whisked egg. Stir it up a bit. And now you're going to add in both of your ground up Parmigiano and Pecorino cheeses. Stir it up. You can see that this is building in quantities. That's why you need a big mixing bowl. So continue to mix thoroughly. Now add your breadcrumbs. This is coming together so nicely. So delicious. Yum. I can't wait to taste this. Now keep stirring together. Isn't that just beautiful? It's the perfect consistency. Now take your hands, and I'm only using one hand here while I hold the camera in my right hand, but take both hands and form a ball. It should have a nice solid consistency that holds together. Then you make these tiny little balls, and with these balls you will then place it on your pasta dough. And I'm going to show this in just a second. Now this ball is a little bit too big. Make it about half that size. Now if you're not going to use this right away, put them in balls and wrap them in saran wrap or cling wrap. I got 4 small balls out of this, and you want to put them in the refrigerator. Now when you're making your tortellini, you make a strip of pasta and you place these little balls of tortellini filling on top of it, and then you fold it over And then with your finger, you make a mark between each ball. Just press down gently, and then you cut them. And then you twist them to make the tortellini shapes. But that's another video. So for now, you've just learned how to make the filling. Congratulations. I hope you've enjoyed it. This has been Nona's Italian Kitchen with Roz Guerreri. Thanks for watching today. And please subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of my community. And ring that bell. Ciao, ciao.